Hi Aries, welcome to Dream Profit. This is your November 2018 reading. I'm going to start off with general. And we have spiritual strength, number 9, and the patience card. So I feel at this time you should be concentrating on your spiritual side more so this month. There might be something that you have to look at. There's a final push here. This is a number 9, so it's like something that you have to work through, and you're almost at the end of that cycle, and be patient with the process. And here we go, patience twice. So this is really important to be patient. For some of you, you may feel that you really want to, you're done with this, you really want to push it through, and you possibly don't have any more patience left to move through this. But this is just a reminder that the reason for having to wait and do this one step at a time, it's so that it will stick and provide a strong foundation for you, because you're planting something that will grow into something much nicer and will blossom. Now I have the opal card, and the opal card is all about children who possibly have crossed over on the other side, and this is an indication that they are well. But I feel, because this has come up, it's like a spirit on the other side who may be wanting to come in, but the timing just isn't right at the moment. So that's why it's saying just be patient. This will occur in the future, but for now it's not meant to be. And again, there's that element of time and divine timing here for when that will occur. And then you have the Truth card, which is upside down, and this is also known as the Judgment card, the number 20. So it's kind of like a second chance, but it's upside down. And we have Indriel, who is, you are a light worker. God needs you to shine your divine light and love like an angel upon the earth and all its inhabitants. You know, I feel like perhaps the scales are not in your favor at that moment, and that's why you have to be patient. Divine timing is at play right now. So now is not the time to shine your light. Now is the time to sort of stay in the background, be patient, work on yourself, work on your spiritual side, meditate, get to understand what it is that you desire and need moving forward, and work on that. Okay? And then the final outcome is financial and material changes, the number 5, which relates to temporary change. And this generally means being left out in the cold, or the financial material changes are not in your favor. But it was reversed. So I feel like the reason you're going through the spiritual passage is to work through any limiting beliefs that you have about your finances and scarcity and feeling lack in your life, or being left out in the cold, abandoned, things like that, or not feeling worthy enough. And because this is reversed, I feel like you have an understanding of that, and you also have a strong connection to animals. So I feel that possibly you could be receiving or having an animal come into your life in the month of November, or you may hear of an animal coming into your life. It could be coming later on, or you have just recently had it and you're bonding with this animal at this time. For some of you, it could be that you may be an animal communicator, because you have a way of working with animals as well. You have a special bond with them. And for some of you, it may be this, instead of a child, you may consider rescuing or adopting an animal for the time being, and pouring your love into that for now, while you wait for divine timing moving forward. I also want to... No, I was going to say, for some of you, it may be just to let you know, too, that, I know this is a child here, but it could also mean, because of the animal one is coming forward, that if you've recently lost an animal, they're coming forward to let you know that they're around you. All right? Okay, let's talk about love. We have romantic feelings, engagement, let go of control issues, reconciliation, upside down, and retreat. Okay, so you could have just, for single people, you could have just met someone recently, or your relationship is still at this wonderful romantic stage and you have some real feelings for each other and you're sort of expressing those feelings. And it looks like you're moving that relationship into something a little bit more committed. Maybe you've talked about making it you could actually make it legal and become engaged if you're already dating for quite some time. But I just feel like for everyone else, this is just to let you know that you're going from an attraction to something a little bit deeper into the relationship. But there is a little bit of a caution saying, don't try to control the flow of this relationship. Go with the flow instead. Allow it to unfold naturally, and not force things to come together. There may be, again, that patience card. So be patient with the process. You will be deepening the bonds of your love, and trust in that. And the reconciliation upside down, this is not to say that someone from your past is coming back. I feel that this is, don't allow, and this is about control too, don't allow old patterns to come back into the relationship. Because it's tied to the let go of control issues, that you don't want to bring anything from the past forward into this relationship. Keep it in the past, and take some time for each other as well, because it says retreats. Take some time alone to really deepen the bond between the two of you if you can. You know, this is about making time for each other. All right, let's take a look at life purpose and career. For some of you, it looks like writing is a good avenue at this time, because we have the author card, as well as it's next to books. So not only are you an author, but I feel like you may be finishing up something that you've already written, and you could possibly have it published this month. For others, it may just be that if you're planning on writing, you may need to look at other writers and learn from their styles and methods. Now this is support. So this may just tell you that at this time while you're writing, you may have to do something else because your writing is not at a point where it's going to support you financially while you're writing. Okay. We also have the artist card here for Aries. So I feel for a lot of you, and I mean this goes along with writing, but you're very creative. So you may be a creative writer. For others, you may incorporate the writing, but you also do something else. You could be an artist. You could be a painter, a demonstrator, any type of craft, or even a performer, because an artist can be a musician who's an artist. So the message here is just being able to use your creative outlets in what you're doing. So you may want to, if you're not doing that already, maybe do some research in creative writing before you sit down with that that idea of yours, before you pour it onto the paper. Okay? And again, be patient with the process, because I feel like at this time it won't be able to financially support you, but perhaps down the road you may still be in the learning process. Or for others of you who are already writing, maybe this is a new book that you're writing, so you just don't have the advancement for that yet. All right, let's take a look at your health and self-care. We have trust, help, boundaries, and love. All right, so there's an element of trust, and that coincides with the let go of control issues. try not to use your logical brain so much and be more in your heart-centered space, and trust in the process that you're going through in all aspects of your life, and trusting in your intuition. I'm just going to read the back here for you. March to the beat of your own heart. Trust your own decisions. And again, that also coincides with really leaning more towards your spiritual side than doing and acting. And this is more trusting in your intuition and reflecting. Also, it says help here. So don't be afraid to reach out and ask others for assistance. You don't have to do everything alone, and also know that the universe has your back as well. This says receiving is an act of generosity. So allow others to give to you, and you be open to receiving. Open your heart. So don't be afraid. Ask for help if you need it. Then we have boundaries. And I feel for this card here, it's about knowing when to say no to others, because you need to focus on what you're doing and your own needs. And it's healthy to have boundaries. So protect your precious time and energy by not being afraid to speak up. And then, of course, we have the love card. So I feel like this is an opportunity for you to open up your heart and be more in a heart-centered space rather than in your mind all the time. So, and then it says here at the back, let your love become a powerful force for change. And that, again, you know, releasing the control and just allowing the love to move through and guide you. Then the final card, this is Path of the Soul Destiny cards by Cheryl Harnish. And this card is dreaming. So it could be that, well, first of all, so many different meanings for dreaming. It could be this is a month to really go and think about or set intentions for your dreams, to achieving your dreams, figuring out exactly what they are, but also pay attention to the dreams you have at night, what you're dreaming about. Maybe before you go to bed, set an intention that you want to be able to remember your dreams when you wake up. So have a pen and a paper handy by the side of your bed so that you can record them, because you may be getting a lot of messages through your dreams this month to help guide you. Again, especially because it says to concentrate on the spiritual side. So you could end up having some of your spirit guides or messages from the spiritual realm coming into your dreams to guide you along your way. All right, Aries, enjoy.